Check 1-2-1-2. Welcome to the London Stadium. Round 23 action. Hills United hosting the Sutherland Sharks. Relegation 6-pointer. Sutherland Sharks in 15th place. Perfect. Welcome to the London Stadium for round 24 action of the NPL New South Wales men's competition. And we have in store for you an absolutely massive games in terms of survival in this competition in 2024. It's the host Hills United looking to make it 2 wins in a row against the bottom place Sutherland Sharks. These two sides separated by just 3 points on the ladder. There's 4 positions between them. And the winner of this game will get some much needed breathing room in that fight for survival alongside their fellow relegation rivals, the Central Coast Mariners and Sydney FC. This game could have absolutely massive implications for both sides. It should be a tight one, should be separated by the finest of margins as it was in the reverse fixture earlier in the year. Thank you for joining us on the Football New South Wales YouTube page. I am Dominic Crenady. Here this game scheduled for a 7 o'clock kickoff, moved to 6 p.m. No complaints on our behalf here. Both sides looking to get out of the cold a bit earlier by the sounds of it. But we'll get straight into the lineups then. As soon as we get a chance when the music dies down a little bit here, we'll go into the lineup starting with the visitors, the Sutherland Sharks. Obviously plenty to unpack in this relegation battle, and they say it a lot. The 6-pointer, this really is a relegation 6-pointer. If Hills United win this, they'd move 6 points clear of the Sharks in bottom place, and Central Coast Mariners currently 1-1 with Sydney Olympic. See how that plays out in the final 45 minutes. We'll keep you posted across that and the other scores and games going across the city tonight. 5 games on for you Saturday. 2 going on simultaneously, and we'll have 2 more kicking off as we get into the second half here. Obviously, RPL Leichhardt and the Wollongong Wolves playing out there at Lambert Park. 22 minutes gone there and half-time between the Mariners and Sydney Olympic, who themselves, Sydney Olympic, can't count themselves safe just as yet. Seems like everyone in the bottom half's winning. Hope you're enjoying your Saturday night, staying nice and warm. Very cold out here in Sydney's west, but nowhere we'd rather be than this blockbuster match. Two sides that'll be willing to throw it all out there for 3 points. Moments away from kickoff now. And the Sharks will get things underway. They're running right to left in the white shirt. The host Hills United in their yellow shirts. We're underway here at the London Stadium. Bit of a buzz building here. There's plenty on the line. So we'll get to the starting lineups now, starting with the visitors, the Sutherland Sharks. In goals, as always, Nenad Vekic. Backline consisting of number 2, Kotaro Katsuta. Number 5, Takahide Umbache. Number 8, Mo Ahmed. Number 11, Jay McGowan. Number 14, Chris Lindsay. Number 15, Matthew Morich. Number 22, Jacob Garner. Number 23, Lachlan McDonald. Number 27, Matthew Jackson. And rounding out starting lineup, number 77, Levi Skiraja. Jay McGowan looking to get something going here early for the Sharks, but opting to go back, and it's Morich alongside Chris Lindsay in that back line. Happy to play it out. Plenty of experience on the bench for the Sharks as well. Their bench is as follows. Number 3, Jordan Roberts. Number 6, Sam Gulasano. Number 9, Andrew Lahadamas. Number 10, Mason Fernandez. Scored an absolute screamer in the reverse fixture in that game where the Sharks walked away with a 2-1 win. And number 43, Iko Ihore Arimoto. And number 99, the backup goalkeeper, Jacob Creeman-Cohen. Throw in here for Hills, their first real chance at a bit of possession here in the early stages of the game. Uakubu bagged a double last week against Manly United in that 2-0 week. Leading the line for Hills United, and their lineup, Luke Casserly. Not many changes from last week, but theirs is as follows. Number 1, Ryan Wood. Number 5, Daniel Petowski. Number 8, Maki Petrados. Number 9, Uakubu. Number 12, Jordan Lane. Number 13, Cam Phil. Free kick the way of the Sharks. Morich was fouled there by number 22, Byron Jin. The rest of their starting lineup. Centre-back pairing there with Noah Casserly and number 16, Lachlan Sepping. Number 26, Thomas Mako, and the captain, number 27, Nikolai Muller, roaming and patrolling the middle of the park, as he is always here at the London Stadium. There's the man we just mentioned as well. Tommy Mako getting involved as well. And on the bench for Hills United, number 2, Rainer Schmel. Number 11, Anthony Frangi. Number 20, Thomas Lopez. Number 31, William Lucas, the backup goalkeeper. Number 77, Dimi Petrados. And number 92, Glenn Kelshaw, who usually opts to wear the number 19, but they've got him listed as the number 92. So interested to see how that plays out if he comes on, usually roaming somewhere around the left side. Started a few games at left back for Luke Castley in the early stages of this season. Kelshaw, an early interception, and now the other way, it's Jordan Lane. To play it back, and Lane just flicks it over, trying to find Mako. Mako out to Potofsky and Castley. They've formed some partnership at the back, Hills United, in their first season back at the top flight. The NPL New South Wales competition here. Long ball over the top. Kubu trying to header it onto Philp, but Yua Kubu is offside. First offside of the game there. So starting lineup's done for both teams. We can get into the action here. 2 minutes gone. The early stages. Go back a couple of months ago when these two sides played Saturday afternoon at the Sutherland Sharks home ground. And it was a very, very fascinating clash. Mason Fernandez opened the scoring with an absolute screamer. And it was Noah Castley, the unlikely goal scorer for Hills in that one, popping up from a header, corner with a header. And then around the 60-minute mark, 70-minute mark, apologies, substitute coming on for the Sutherland Sharks and winning it all and giving them 3 crucial points. And considering where they're sitting now, might look back at that at the end of the season and think that's the reason why they stayed up. The Sharks were in a bit of a relegation scrap last year as well and managed to fight their way out of it in the final days of the season. If you go back to last year, around this time it was all but confirmed the Bulls would go down, so there was only one relegation spot left to play, and it was Mount Druitt, the Western Sydney Wanderers, and the Sutherland Sharks who were vying for it. The Sharks found some form late in the season, managed to escape. It was obviously between the Wanderers and Mount Druitt, and you just don't want to be in that position where it's a 2-game playoff and you're fighting for what league you're going to be playing in next year, because the inaugural season of both of those happening, you had both teams from the lower leagues winning that. See, with Nepean FC going up from League 2 to 1, and St. George FC beating Mount Druitt in that. Now almost out of the relegation scrap for the time being, and have a quick look at the ladder between those 13, 14, 15 and 16. So obviously 15 and 16, the relegation spots. Hills United 21 points. And they're tied with Sydney FC, who have found their way out with a couple of good string of results lately. They're on 21 points as well. And then the Mariners and Sharks tied on 18. But the Mariners would go to 19 now if that result with Sydney Olympic stays the same. So we'll wait to see how that one plays out. That's still at half-time at Cogra. So much to play for here, these two sides. Hills United got a much-needed win last week against Manly, and obviously, as you said at the top of the broadcast, Iwakubu bagging a double to give his side the victory. Now they're looking to strike again. Jin seen the run of Akubu, but held at bay by the time being by Kotaro Katsuta. Castley playing it out from the back now. Jin's got options going forward. Plays it to Sepping. He's lost possession, and Morridge comes up with it now for the Sharks. Katsuta. His pass is a bit wayward, and the Hills mountain in midfield. Just so many yellow shirts there, suffocating the Sharks there, and they get away with it for the time being. Possession now back the way with the Sharks. Look at the interception there for Mbachi. Temporarily filling in there at centre back. By the looks of it, it's going to be Chris Lindsay and Matthew Morridge as the two centre backs. Long and early ball from Vekic. Skiraj is on to this. Got Potofsky to beat, gets past him relatively easily, but the linesman saying he went out before he could go forward and advance with it. And Hills getting a bit of a get-out-jail-free card there. Daniel Potofsky trying to get his side back on track there, motivating them a little bit because a little warning sign there. Vekic, fantastic work out the back there to play that one through, and Mako wins that one, the aerial duel. Playing it out wide now. Overlapping on the left. Got options at the back stick if they want to go there. Muller. Just happy to play it safe. Back to Cassidy. Petovsky. Petovsky going for the aerial option of Akubu's. Had a bit of success there in the early stages of this game, but he'll give away a foul there, Yuakubu. Tommy Mako trying to halt the quick free kick, which he did do pretty successfully in all fairness, so credit to him. Bit of sportsmanship, bit of workmanship as well. So Chris Lindsay looks like he's going to slide in at left back, and the centre back pairing is Moric and Umbachi. Now in attack, McGowan had options out on the left there. Looked like it was Jacob Garner calling for it aggressively. Ball in the middle, Skinner, just header off the crossbar. And the first real chance of the game goes the way of the Sharks. And that one could have found the back of the net just as easily. Good attacking work there down the right. That attack sparked by Jay McGowan. Running through the middle there, and Katsuta hasn't stopped running in the early stages of this game as well, and Skiaraja. This game ends 0-0. He won't be getting much sleep tonight. That's one of those ones that just flashes up and at the wrong side of the bar. He was under a bit of pressure now. Found a lot of success in the reverse fixture on the counter-attack, and they look to go the same way this game with a bit of pressing off ball as they are here, and that's very, very as cool as you like it from Umbache. Get out of trouble there. Another chance through the middle. First time it's on. Great save by the feet of Ryan Wood, and it's going to be a corner for Hills United. The Sharks looking very good in attack here in the opening 10 minutes. Two back-to-back chances. Looked like Matthew Jackson who got the first time effort onto that, and Ryan Wood stuck out a foot. Looks like Jackson's going to be on the back of this one as well. Got a few aerial options and looked like something out of the training paddock here. Front stick cleared away first time. No questions asked there. Possession's going to remain with the Sharks, and got numbers forward. Hills dropping a few more bodies back. Tended to go for the almost 5 at the back in defence. They did flirt with that at the start of the season, and in the reverse fixture did play a 5 at the back. Just caught out a couple times on the counter-attack, pushing both their wing-backs forward. 1-2 now, it's Katsuta. Katsuta almost gets on the back of that, and the clearance only falls as far as the edge of the box. And the shot never really troubled Ryan Wood. The Sharks, good period of dominance here the last couple of minutes. He was on the back foot. It almost looks like both sides defensively opting for a 5-man wall in defence. You see the wingers, the dangerous area for Hills United. A lot of goals coming through there, obviously. Majority of those goals coming through Yuakubu. In recent weeks, aside from that Manly game, we're on a bit of a dry spell with their results and just couldn't manage to find the back of the net. They'd showed plenty of promise and just wasn't really clicking for Hills United. So just one win in their last 5 games. That win coming last week, but prior to that, a 5-0 loss to Rockdale Linden, a 2-0 loss to the Wollongong Wolves, a heartbreaker midweek here against, sorry, it was at the Sydney United Sports Centre against Sydney United where they were up 2-0 and fell behind 3-2. Second half barrage from Sydney United. Patrick Antelmi getting the winner there in the 90th minute. And then a shock 3-1 loss to Sydney FC 4 weeks ago. The other way now, the Sharks. Early option is Jay McGowan. Makes the cut back, looks to go the cross, the aerial option. Deflected away, and it's going to be a second corner of the game for the Sharks. The Sharks themselves, it's kind of been a trend the last couple of seasons. They struggle in the first period of the season, and then when push comes to shove, they just always find a way. Games like this, they almost beat RPL last week, were up 2-0 and went down 3-2 as well. Plenty of options in the middle for this one. Wood's fallen out of the hand, pokes away. It was Jay McGowan, but Wood, not too much strength on that one. He's able to pick that one up. Not sure if he went for a punch or a catch, and maybe somewhere in between there, Ryan Wood. And able to get away with it. Now looking to build something. Casserly, long ball. Intercepted there by Chris Lindsay, who's wearing the captain's armband today in replacement of Mitchell Stamatellis, one of the best defenders in this competition, a regular feature in the team of the week. And talking to fellow commentator Will Gottis, who saying he's probably a shout to make the team of the year, regardless of what happens with the Sharks' final finishing position. He's just been that good. He's got some massive boots to fill today, Chris Lindsay. Vekic now under a bit of pressure. In the middle now, Mo Ahmed, first time over the top. Cleared away, only as far as Katsuta. The overlaps here now for the Sharks. First to it is Jin. His deflection puts it back into the path of goal for Matthew Jackson. The clearance by Casserly, got all the ball, but looked to collect a bit of Jackson as well. He's went down claiming a penalty. The referee's having absolutely none of that. Obviously doing his due diligence, checking on Matthew Jackson to make sure he's all right. And we're going to get a bit of break in the play here to make sure both players are all right. Look, nothing too bad. Just the impact of Casserly doing everything to get rid of the ball. Action back underway. Sydney Olympic and the Mariners, second half. That's 1-1 there. So kick off here, and halftime, RPL Leichhardt 1-0 over the Wollongong Wolves. And two other games to play out on at 7 o'clock. Marconi Stallions hosting St. George City. That'll be a big, big game in Marconi's title race and St. George City's finals hopes. Whilst the St. George Saints host Northwest Sydney Spirit in a game that, just like this one, could very well determine the fate of these two sides in about 6 rounds' time. And plenty more action as well here Sunday. A massive, massive game. Rockdale Linden hosting Sydney United in the derby, whilst the Western Sydney Wanderers will host Manly United, and Manly will need a win to get themselves a little bit out of this relegation scrap. It's just so close at the moment. Can't separate them. Much like these two sides in the opening 15 or so minutes. Early option, try to go down the right and catch him off guard a little bit there, but it's gone out and it's a throw for the Sharks. A bit more possession gain there, a bit further up the field. What can they do from here? Calling for it over the top. Lindsay looks to go to Skiraja, and it's just going to skim across the surface and out for a goal kick. Ryan Wood didn't even have to lift a finger there. That's a relief as a keeper. Matthew Jackson is not afraid to make a leap forward from that left wing back position that he's in today. Ahmed and Katsuta occupying the midfield positions. Passing over the top, but cleared first time. Away there by Garner. Now Morich trying to win it back from Jin. Under a bit of pressure now, Hills. Ball's one back. Moric through to Skiraja. Can hit it first time. Great stop in the end there by Daniel Petovsky. Putting all the power off that one. Taking the sting out of it. And Ryan Wood never under any pressure in the end there. Thank that to Daniel Petovsky. Just that experience in defense showing there. Long ball over the top. Lindsay's, if he didn't get ahead to it, I think Jin was through. Not Jin, sorry. Cam Philp. And now the other way, Jay McGowan. Katsuta. Bachi. Katsuta thought about going right, looks to the left. He's got Jackson in acres of space, and that's where he goes now. Matthew Jackson gets past Philp with a bit of skill. Crossing into the front stick, but straight down the throw to Ryan Wood, who's had a really good start to this one. Made a couple of crucial saves already, Ryan Wood, and had a fantastic season overall. He's very, very handy between the sticks. Now, playing it out from the back. Let's go to the long option there to Jordan Lane on the left, and didn't really look on in the end there, and the Sharks will regain possession deep in their own half. Bekic. Long ball, try to find McGowan, but it never got going. Jay McGowan. It's been good form of late. Back in a couple. You see the Sharks, as well as their opponents, been struggling for form lately, and it's been a bit of a rough season for them. I think the common theme you see with these sides down the bottom is just putting the ball in the back of the net, get their chances, and just can't seem to find it, and those results slowly starting to build up. And a chance for a counter attack. Jay McGowan looked to go early to Skiraja, but got over Thomas Mako, Nikolai Muller, I should say. Just played it to himself in a bit of empty space, and nothing amounts from it. They'll probably get possession back here. Header from Ahmed. Only as far as Mako is in a good duel there with Katsuta, but it's going to be a free kick the way he heals. Looking at the Sharks in their last 5 or so games. Last week, as we mentioned, the heartbreaker, late challenge there from Jackson, and he knows it. Helping him up there is Byron Jin. Bit out of position, threw me off a little bit there. Cam Philp was almost filling in at left back, and Byron Jin, his hands dirty there in attack. Said the Sharks lost 1-0 Sydney United a matter of weeks ago. And then a 3-1 win against the Spirit, which, again, looking back at it now, a crucial one. Long pass from Casserly. It's intercepted, and the first-time ball was looking for Jay McGowan, but it bounced in the direction there of Jordan Lane, and Daniel Petovsky now looking the other way. His long efforts deflected away and into the path of Moric. Skiraja tries to get past Jin and does well. Casserly has to clear, no other options there. The Sharks with their foots on the throats in attack. Starting the season a bit shy in front of goal. They haven't looked good, I should say, in the last month or so. Ball bounces into the path of Skiraja. Goes across now to Moric. Moric trying to play it across the face, and Jin read his mind. Jackson. Across it in on the right, but playing safe, and soft pass there to Katsuta. Now darting forward. Jacob Garner. McGowan has his pockets picked by Mako, and now the other way. A heavy touch. Katsuta's there first. Matthew Jackson can have it if he wants. Goes short to Skiraja. Across the face of goal. Falling perfectly to the edge of the box. It's Jacob Garner. Katsuta back to Garner. Another goal line clearance. Skiaraja, third time lucky. Deflected away. How didn't the Sharks score there? Credit to the Hills United defense. It was almost 3 goal line clearances. And 2 goes at it from Jacob Garner. Wasn't enough. Third time wasn't lucky. And the Sharks continuing to pose a threat in attack. Same side that scored 2 against the reigning premiers, Apia Leichhardt, one of the best defenses in the league. They're showing what they're capable of in the early stages, that attacking combination. Early ball from Garner trying to pick up Skiaraja, but Cassily's first to it. And now a chance to break the other way. Akubu's out there in space. He has Chris Lindsay for company. Akubu was bouncing awkwardly. Jordan Lane tried to get onto it. It was Byron Gin, apologies, and it's out for a corner. First one of the game for Hills United. Not in a rush to get to this one. You got to say, Paki Petrados, who has had a bit of a limited impact so far in the game, and that's just a credit to the Sharks. Restricting any movement of Hills in the middle. Cohen Muller haven't had much of the ball as well in the early stages of this one. Back stick, it's an open header for Petovsky, just over the bar. Vekic got up high to try and get rid of that one, and just a little bit too high, but again, another warning shot from Hills after being under the pump. A couple of chances in a row there going the way of Sutherland. And now Vekic will collect this one for a goal kick. High press here from Hills on the other side of it. Petrados leading the way in that number 10 role. Philp on his right, Akubu through the middle. Long one from Vekic. Cassidy wins the aerial duel, and it's Mako finding Muller. Tried to go the outside of the foot, didn't get a full connection. Fouling Matthew Morich in the process. And the Sharks, another chance to get something going from a set piece. Taken early there. Garner plays it back. Bachi. Great ball to pick out Jackson. Suta. Skiaraja was waiting for it, and Petovsky beat him to it. Hills the other way. Early ball, try to find Ahmed, who's in an unfamiliar position out there on the left. Garner got the intercept. Out on the right now, Jay McGowan. Tries to go past Lane, and it's going to be a corner the way of Sutherland, third of the game. Plenty of complaints there from the Hills bench. They're not happy about that one. Referee overruling it. Corner for the Sutherland Sharks. 25 minutes gone here at the Landon Stadium. Front stick, headed into the front stick. The Sharks take a well-deserved lead here in the 25th minute. And you can't say it wasn't coming. They've been all over Hills in attack, the early stages of this one. With their third corner of the game, they strike. Sutherland Sharks leading Hills United 1-0. Like Matthew Morich at the front stick, but could be wrong. Regardless, Hills lead 1-0. So Sutherland lead 1-0. Hills lacking a bit of flair and attack in the early stages of this game, and you wonder if Luke Cassily will go to his bench. He's got Thomas Lopez and Anthony Frangi, both of whom can spark an attack out of just about anything. They've scored goals for Hills this season. Garner, not messing around, straight back to Vekic. He's got a long, long boot on him, and he's showing it here. Try to pick out Skiaraja, but Mako beats him to it. It's going to be a bit of ping-pong with the heads now. Ahmed, his header finds a teammate. And Skiaraja, Katsuta out wide with McGowan. McGowan cutting in on the left, thought about it, but picked out Skiaraja. Played a first time through ball, but cleared away by Jordan Lane. Muller looking to get out of danger. And out wide is Jin now. Phil does well to play it through to Akubu, who tried to flick it on. A little bit too clever there, and it's going to be a throw the way of Sutherland. Mako. Quick ball through was... I believe it was Cam Philp in the middle there. Just drifting in a little bit. Garner. Lumbachi to the skipper, Lindsay. Out wide, they can go forward now. Matthew Jackson, if he can get past Muller. They got him for pace. Matthew Jackson. His teammates urging him to not take on the experienced Muller. So with that goal there, meaning the Sharks have scored in 6 of their last 7 games. Hills, at the moment, 3 of the last 4 without finding the back of the net. Table not really reflecting the Sharks' good form in front of goal in the last couple of weeks. Ball over the top, headed down by Petovsky, and Mako's got some work to do. He's got a couple of Sharks for company. Jay McGowan wins it, but it's a foul. And Hills will be very, very relieved with that one, because McGowan is bursting onto that with plenty of pace. Mako evaluating his options. They're playing a very high front line. Hills are. Muller. Trados the first time through ball. Try to find Jin, who's up and advanced, and a push in the back there of Matthew Jackson. Vekic getting play restarted here. McGowan letting that one bounce. Katsuta out wide now is Garner. McGowan, he's so quick on the ball, got such a fast first step, and he's playing into the Sharks' advantage in the early stages here. 15 minutes to go in the first half. Katsuta set it in, I think, maybe the 3rd or 4th minute. He hasn't stopped running, and I don't think he has the first half an hour here. We've got a resumption of play in the RPLI Cup Wollongong Wolves game. RPL still 1-0 up there. Sydney Olympic still level with the Central Coast Mariners. And obviously kick-off on the other side of half-time here. Marconi and St. George City and the St. George Saints taking on the Northwest Sydney Spirit as well. All of those teams in the last game will be keeping a very close eye on this matchup and how this plays up. 4 or 5 positions between them, but only 6 points to separate the bottom 4. St. George City 2 points above that. Free kick now for Sutherland. Ahmed. Bachi. Katsuta. Out wide, it's Garner who's in a very advanced position. Lachlan McDonald. Running around a bit here. Hills have not seen much of the ball in the last 10 to 15 minutes. McGowan out to Skiraja. He's got a couple options there. Nice little chop. Falling back to Garner. Cleared away in the end, and Hills looking to counter-attack. Pass was a little bit too heavy for Muller. Phillips there to pick it up. Now Jin. Kubu on the right. Gets past one. There was cause for the ball going out. Waved away. Calls there from Chris Lindsay. The opposing captain, Nikolai Muller, taking the throw to get us back underway. Cassidy. Across to Petovsky. Sutherland almost in a 5-4-1 defensive structure. They know how crucial this lead is, and they need to hold on to it with everything they've got. As we close in on half-time here at the London Stadium. Lane. It's past one. It's past two. Knocks it back. His pass is a bit wayward, and through on goal now. It was Levi Skiraja, but a good effort in the end there. Good recovery from Hills. Now looking to resume where they left off. Stepping now, getting plenty of work done through the middle of the park. Kubu to Philp, nice little 1-2, but a good stop in the end there, and Matthew Jackson lets him know about it. Now on the ball there is Lachlan Sepping. He's moved in from where he was naturally occupying the left side of the field, giving them a bit of a hand out here on the right. Dinks it over the top, try to find a Kubu, but Umbachi's first to it. And Jackson's clearance is deflected off Muller. Throw the way of Sutherland. Long throw from Jackson, finds Skiraja. Cassidy recaptures possession for Hills. This is where they really need to just assert their dominance on this game and knock it around a bit. It's where they find their confidence and don't rush anything going forward. They are good in the counter-attacking opportunities, but when it's not on, just knocking it around a bit. That's their strength, Hills United. Early ball from Sepping, picks out Lane. Thought about the cross, but returns to sender through Sepping. Petovsky. Nice bit of work to get past Skiraja. The first time flick. Great little 1-2 between Philp and a Kubu. Kubu gets it onto his right. Just stopped in the end there at the crucial moment by Katsuta. And now Jackson the other way. Cleared it. Skiraja's there. He's got no help. And Cassidy clears it. It's almost into the path of Jay McGowan, but Jordan Lane first to it. Now Ryan Wood. Calming presence at the back. Muller turns Morich, and the referee said he had the hands in the back there. It's going to be a free kick for the hosts. Good little 1-2 there. Sepping and Muller. Kubu's touch is a little bit heavy. Wins it back, but another foul the other way, and it's Umbachi who wins that one back for his team there. Short option to Katsuta. Out wide, Garner gets past Sepping. He's got a bit of room to move. Looks for Jay McGowan. He'll win a throw now for Sutherland. Calls for a handball. Look like it from up here, but it's just going to be a throw for Sutherland. Taken very quickly. And out the back to McDonald. Third man in that back 3/5, if you will, for the Sutherland side. And his pass a little bit wayward, picked out there by Mako, but just as quickly back into the grip of the Sharks. Early ball in. Morich has got Skiraja there. Look to cut it back for McGowan. First to it, Jordan Lane. Heavy involvement so far defensively, Lane. Onto it again now, Mako. Getting past a couple Sharks. Muller had space out wide, but cut it back into the path of danger. It's worked out well for Hills, though. Ahmed, first time. Jin, another first-time ball. Straight through Cam. Phil try to cut it across, and Vekic keeps it out. Keeps it within reach, and that won't go out for a corner for Hills. Disappointing end to a very promising attack there. Bit of tiki-taka on the right side of the field. That's what happens when they get things flowing, Hills United. Very entertaining side to watch when they're clicking in attack. Free kick given for Hills here in a bit of dangerous territory. They haven't had a real chance like this all game from a set-piece opportunity. They're able to show what they can do from an opportunity like this, and Mohamed on free kick responsibilities here. Ahmed's cross, the back stick, fallen into the path there. It looked like it fell to Sepping, but he sliced his shot and it went out of the reach of the target. No real danger there for Vekic and the Sharks, and goal kicked the way of the visitors. Vekic, long ball, and the header by Skiraja might have clipped the head there, but Morich is going to be feeling that one at halftime. Copped a nasty whack there. Not intentional at all, but Petovsky tried to clear it and just copped a ball right in the stomach. A little bit winded there, possibly. Gowan getting out of a dangerous area there, but Garner coughs up possession and fouls Lachlan Sepping in the process. He looks to take that one quickly, but Mohamed's going to step over this one. Mohamed getting my number 8s confused. Maki Petrados for Hills United. Muller now. Castley had a bit of room to go forward, but played it safe. Muller went for a little bit of a risk there. Didn't get the reward, but it's going to go back through Jin. Could have cut in, but plays back to Petovsky. Lane's almost caught. Lachlan McDonald slipping. Sepping had his pockets picked there by Jacob Garner. Chance now for Hills. Across the face, it's Petrados. Picks out Mako. Plenty of bodies there for the Sharks, and they get in the way of that one, stopping it before it could get any more dangerous. It's going to be out, and the way of the Sutherland Sharks getting out of that one and getting a throw for their troubles. High press again here from Hills. Vekic doesn't mess around getting rid of that one. He's picked out Skirdaja brilliantly. First time ball to McGowan, but Casserly gets it away. Lane struggles to keep it in, and Sutherland get a throw, and credit to Nenad Vekic on that one. Ball skidding across the surface. Heavy touch there. It's Chris Lindsay struggling a little bit here, and you see as the cold comes in, the dew hitting the ground a little bit, and just making this surface a little bit slippery. We've seen a couple falls already. Now clearance only as far as Katsuta. Sumabachi is calling for it from Jackson, but plays it back to Lindsay. Now Mohammed filling in at centre back for the time being for the Sharks. To the top. Now Morich. Great football by Sutherland. Not messing around. Very limited touches, finding the target and just tiring out Hills as we draw ever closer to halftime here. Intercepted by Jin. Now Hills with the ball back. Casserly went straight past him, but I think he had confidence that Wood was going to get to that with the power of the pass. He missed the header. Katsuta back into the path of Morich. Plays it out now with Matthew Jackson. Mako wins the ball back. Thought about going early, but it's just going to play it safe for the time being. The final 2 minutes of regulation here in the first half, London Stadium. Lane across to Akubu. Flag stayed down for the time being. Plays it across the face to Petrados. His touch is a little bit heavy. Muller now out wide to Jin. Jin's cross. Vekic with the strong fist straight to it. Sepping thought about it, but playing the smarter option, which is Lane out on the left in an advanced position. One-on-one with Jay McGowan, and he's picked his pockets there, the Sharks winger. Now the other way, the visitors. Bit of space in the middle now for Morich. First time out wide to Skirdaja. McGowan again. McDonald. McDonald. Over the top, try to find Skirdaja, but the throw is going to go the way of Hills United. Nicked away and back through Katsuta. Morich has got a couple options to the left and taken out by Nikolai Muller. Strategic foul. And that's going to do us here for the first half. Sutherland Sharks leading 1-0. Join us back here in 15 minutes for the second half of this crucial relegation 6-pointer on Football New South Wales YouTube page. Feel free to switch over to the final moments of RPLI Card and the Wollongong Wolves in the process. Welcome back. Second half of action here at the London Stadium. The host Hills United down 1-0 to the Sutherland Sharks, and that was thanks to a 21st minute header by Takahide Umbachi on the back of a Matthew Jackson cross. In the first half, that was not so much in favour of the host Hills United. Sutherland Sharks looking pretty good in attack. They had a few chances. Ryan Wood caught into action plenty of times, and centre-back pairing of Noah Casserly and Daniel Petowski coming up tops for the majority of it, but it was a front stick unmarked run there from Umbachi. If you want to go back in the 21st minute and watch it, it's a brilliant run and just snuck it past the man at the front stick, and that's the way the Sharks found themselves in the lead. Starting in a very, very fast manner, the visitors. By the looks of it, no half-time substitutes to report on as of yet. Obviously plenty of options on both benches. Throwing taken quickly there by right back Lachlan McDonald. It's going to be a foul the way of the Sharks. Probably won that area as well this game so far. Win the fouls. Bit of contention as to who's going to take this one, but pretty confidently stepping up to it is Chris Lindsay. Taken quickly. Jay McGowan strikes it and just over the bar. It's in. Jay McGowan had us all fooled. The Sharks have doubled their lead under 2 minutes into this second half. And a stellar strike by Jay McGowan gives Sutherland their second. What a strike by Jay McGowan. Sutherland 2-0 now in this crucial relegation scrap. Something straight out of the training paddock there. Chris Lindsay had everyone fooled, thought he was going for it, and Jay McGowan unmarked at the edge of the box. Fantastic effort. From the angle that we were at, looked like it went over, and then the net bulged just moments after. The reverse of the commentator's curse there, so apologies to Jay McGowan if he's going to watch that one back. But a fantastic goal nonetheless. Hills are on the ropes now. 8 minutes into this one. They have to strike back quick if they're a chance of salvaging a result in this one, Hills. Petowski trying to get something started now from the center of defense. Kubu loses possession, and it's the man who will get the assist for that second goal, Chris Lindsay, the other way. Out wide to Skiraja. Gets past Jin well, but Jin just at the last second sticking a toe out and dispossessing Skiraja of possession there for the time being. Possession will go back their way with a throw here. Going up to get that one, Matthew Jackson. But safely playing it back to Chris Lindsay and now Umbachi. One back here by Mako. Looked for the first time option for a Kubu, who's about 5 meters behind Umbachi. He's never going to get to that, and the Sharks regaining the ball. Vekic trying to find McDonald, but the deflected header from Lane goes the way of the Sharks anyway. Umbachi. Lindsay asking the question, finding Morich in the middle. It's dispossessed there by Jordan Lane. Over the top board, trying to find a Kubu again, and it's just going to skittle away for another Sutherland goal kick. An all too familiar sight for Hills United in this game. Vekic showing what he can do from that position earlier in the game. Try to pick out Matthew Jackson there. He's pressing forward a lot more in this second half than he did in the first. At least sensing the opportunity to maybe get another one here for the Sharks. Great bit of work there by Jay McGowan, who's floated in from the right. McGowan's got space to burn. He can get past Casserly. Jay McGowan's through on goal to make it 3 for the Sharks, just across the face of the goal. And a goal kick for Hills United. That could have been the game right there. Jay McGowan just a little bit too much across. And Hills really at risk of letting this game get away from them. So good in the opening stages, and that final half an hour was just dictated by the Sharks. This game with just a little bit more added significance, considering the Central Coast Mariners were able to get a 2-1 win over Sydney Olympic, which is just can't understate how important that is in the grand scheme of safety in this league. So the Mariners officially out of the relegation zone, and Hills United, as things stand, in 15th spot. So all of the 4 bottom sides currently would be on 21 points, separated by goal difference, which doesn't work out well in the favour of Hills United, currently at -27. Sydney FC just one off worse in 28, and then Central Coast -19, and the Sharks on -18. So chipping away at that total here, the Sharks, and maybe that's what they're sensing in a survival race like this, where it really could come down to the finest of margins. You're talking a couple of goals on point difference, and they smell blood in the water, the Sharks. Pushing forward here, Skiaraja tried to play it through, but the foul's called earlier and no advantage played there. Matthew Jackson down. Back play as Hills United looking for an early double substitution here. Thomas Mako making way, as well as Jordan Lane. So Anthony Frangi first off, first cab off the rank for Luke Casserly. So he'll be out there on the left. Sepping looking to transition to a more midfield role. Ball over the top now. Chested through to the path of Petrados. And the half volley by Vekic. Monstrous clearance and hit the back of the head of Casserly as Petovsky pokes it forward and loses possession. Lachlan Sepping popped a decent one to the noggin there. Doesn't seem to affect him at all. Just getting on with it. Back now with McGowan and Garner. Vekic getting out of danger. Trying to play it through to Matthew Lachlan McDonald. Apologies on the right. Mwabachi with a bit of a wayward clearance and possession back the way of Hills in a pretty decent position. Cam Philp, his through balls only as far as Katsuta. And the Sharks will regain the ball. Garner, Vekic is urging him to get it back to him. Across the face of the field from Lindsay, picking out McDonald, former Northbridge Academy product from a couple seasons back. As is Lachlan Sepping on the other side, 2 former teammates going at it tonight. Garner's under a bit of pressure. He's almost lost possession, but managed to keep it in and get it off the boot there of Cam Philp. McDonald's throw. Skiaraja lets it bounce and almost never went in that throw, but Hills get the ball back now. Petovsky takes the throw in quickly. Nice little flick on there by Petrados, but Garner, the wiser, getting a foot out. And can they reap the rewards now, Sutherland? Morich trying to pick out Skiraja in the middle, but Petovsky was first to it. Mohamed dispossessing Sepping now. McGowan through to Morich. He's got a couple in the middle, went for the edge of the box option there was Mohamed, but gets a corner for his side. Fourth of the night for Sutherland. Jackson again, stepping up for this one. Got an assist on the earlier corner. What can he produce here? Front stick again, flicked on into the path and just across the face of goal again. Sutherland continuing to ask questions of this Hills United defence. And they are knocking on the door for a third. Under a bit of pressure now. Hills trying to get out of their own end and just not many options forward. It's almost just one of those times you just feel like there's more Sutherland players on the field in a moment like that. Go around the grounds quickly. Kick off in the other two games simultaneously in the 90th minute in RPL Leichhardt and Wollongong Wolves currently 1-1. That game having big implications in the title race, and as this does at the bottom of the table, where the Sutherland Sharks will currently vacate if they are to walk away from the Landon Stadium with all 3 points. Flick over the top from Frangie, almost fell into the path of Akubu. Frangie had to go first time, but just had a bad bounce and got underneath it. No trouble in the end for Nenad Vekic and the Sutherland defence. Almost throwing everything forward now is Luke Casserly, as Kent Philp, who's had to drop, well, not had to, strategically dropping back now into the left wing back role to allow Anthony Frangie through to roam as the left winger. Daniel Lane was taken off. Glenn Kelshaw, the man, now in at right back. They conjure up something here. McDonald had his options and had space, but just a little bit too much power on Skiraja and McGowan, who've been causing the Hills United defence trouble all day. Not able to get a foot onto that one. Great first time ball there from Maki Petrados. Kelshaw on the bounce, trying to find a Kubu's offside again. Vekic has had a good day between the sticks. Hasn't had the most work to do, but probably most impressive is disposals out of his own end. He's been very good distributing the ball from goal kicks, and he's been a very active member of the defence. One of the more trusted keepers in this competition than Nenad Vekic. Skiraja trying to turn Petovsky, but the veteran defender getting the better of his junior for the time being. Sutherland, can they keep possession here? McDonald does well to do that, and Umbachi looking to shift the attack out to the left now. Katsuta. Jackson. He's got Kelshaw for company on the left. Matthew Jackson gets past him on pure pace, gets it into the middle, headed away by Casserly, but forced to McGowan on the volley. Another chance for Skiraja, deflected away. First time effort from long range. looked like it had the power, but almost into the next suburb in the end. We've just passed the hour mark here at the Landon Stadium. Another couple of substitutions being lined up for the Hillside. Wood thought about going short there to Petovsky. McGowan and Skiraja, they've read the scouting report. They knew what was coming there. It's going to be a tough final half an hour for Hills. Something looking really, really good in attack, and just had him on the back foot. Let's see if Luke Cassidy's tactical changes will be the difference for the hosts. They desperately need a result in this one. McDonald with the very long throw. Petovsky first to it. Philp and Muller in a dangerous position. McDonald trying to dispossess the Hills United captain, and Anthony Frangi now with a bit of room to move. Sepping out wide now, Kelshaw. Back in the middle to Frangi, and this is nice bit of football here from Hills United. Turning now, Petrados. Goes out wide to Kelshaw with the first time cross. Trickled across the 6-yard box there, but pretty easily dealt with there in the end by Umbachi. You think these two sides play pretty opposite styles of football. It was liking to sit back and pick their moments on the counter-attack, while the Sharks, when they're at their best, they're doing this and just picking their moments, sitting back and restricting teams of possession. Punching that one forward is Vekic. The bounce is a little bit dangerous for Petovsky, but calmly heads it back to his keeper Ryan Wood, who just as quickly disposes it out to Noah Cassidy. Petovsky with the long ball over the top. Philp was in a bit of space. Flag stayed down, but too much power on that one, and Vekic just teetering at the edge of the box there first to it as Akubu forcing him to pick it up there. Umbachi now. Split between McGowan and McDonald, and Hills with a bit of relief there, getting the ball back. Double substitution now for Hills United. Cam Philp making way, as does Maki Petrados. Very solid effort from both players. Just one more substitute to go. So it looks like Thomas Lopez will come on for Yu Akubu. Akubu's still out on the field there, apologies. But Thomas Lopez is on the field, as is Dimi Petrados now. Skiraja gets past Cassidy, and McGowan's got a bit of space to go forward if he wishes. He's going to cut it onto the left again, Jay McGowan playing it through to Skiraja. Expertly shielded away there, Byron Ginn, and Ryan Wood with plenty of time to pick that one up, but the possession just as quickly back with the Sharks. Looked really good in this last 10 minutes or so. Katsuta beating Akubu to it, but his deflection is only as far as Petrados. With a deflected clearance, and Petrados' touch is very heavy, and Umabachi with the interception to win possession back for the visitors. Tommy Lopez definitely occupying that number 9 role, and Yu Akubu possibly as the side's advanced left wing back, as Dimi Petrados roaming the middle as a shadow striker / number 10, which will surely allow Anthony Frangi to get more involved and make a bit more of an inverted run in. We know how capable he is of finding the back of the net in any way, shape or form, so pretty handy weapon to have off the bench for Luke Casserly's side. 2-0 down, 25 minutes to play. Petowski heads it away, and Nikolai Muller with room to go forward, but then again, it's just out of nowhere. The Sharks attackers drop back, and they've been doing all game, and they've had a game plan down from the start, and they've mastered it, really. I think it's probably just down to formation-wise. Defensively, the Sharks have got these 3 options at the back that they're able to pass it out to, as opposed to just the 2 of Hills United with Casserly and Petowski. And I think tactically, it's probably a winner tonight, the 5 at the back. In an advanced area now, the Sharks. Been knocking on the door for a third, and it very well could come here. McGowan coughs up possession, but wins it back. Great hustle there by Jay McGowan. Lindsay over the top to Jackson. Has to get past Byron Gin, but it's the Hills right back who wins that battle. Heavy touch, one back by Lindsay. Could have gone straight back on the attack, Sutherland there, but just opting to go back and play it out through this solid defensive line. Gowan. Good battle there with Petowski. There's plenty of calls for a foul, but the referee, a great day so far, just letting the play go on. Angie was in a little bit of a feisty battle there with Chris Lindsay, and it's the Sharks captain for today who wins that. Sepping intercepts the free kick just as quickly, and obviously Lindsay filling in for Mitchell Stamatellis. Out for the Sharks today, and they've been fortunate, haven't missed his presence so much so far. Morich, heavy touch, only as far as Sepping, and they're calling for a corner as Sepping thought it was deflected, but all officials in agreement for a goal kick there. No goals to report on from the other 2 simultaneous kickoffs. We do have full time. RP Leichhardt and Wollongong Wolves sharing the points at Lambert Park. Means that Marconi, as things stand, would still remain in second place, but obviously with RP with 2 games in hand. No games in hand, apologies. 1 game in hand, sorry. Can't read the ladder. Let's get back to the action here then. Kubu started the game as striker, now filling in as a left wing back of sorts. Little flick on by McDonald. That would have been something special if he could have put Matthew Morridge through there. The Sharks bench cleared out, but no signs of a substitution as of yet. Fitness levels looking good around the park, and don't blame him for not making a change as of yet. Skiraja lost possession, but the throw going his way, and he's come up a little bit ginger from that challenge. Muller clears it on the half volley and tried to do a little bit of tiki-taka there with Frangie. Didn't work out too well. Katsuta fakes the shot. Outright is McDonald. Across the face of goal, his cross was looking to go, but Petowski got a foot to it, and it's going to be a 5th corner of the game for the Sutherland Sharks. Matthew Jackson collecting this one again. Set up the first goal for Takahide Umbachi. Jackson's cross looking for the back stick, but Wood read that one a little bit too easily, and a chance now for Hills to go the other way with 20 minutes to go here at the London Stadium. Opts to go out wide to Petovsky. He's met by Jay McGowan almost instantly. A nice little 1-2 between him and Yuakubu. Petovsky trying to get past McGowan. Referee playing on for the time being. Petovsky in almost uncharted areas. So advanced. He's going to stay up. Zapping sends Skiraja the wrong way and be setting up something nice here for Hills. Nikolai Muller. Easily out wide with the Kubu. Frangie first time. Petovsky still advanced from that run he made about a minute ago. Muller. Petovsky. Frangie with a good ball through to Thomas Lopez, but Vekic first to it. Showing what he can do off the bench there, Anthony Frangie. Setting him up, scoring him. Almost set one up there for Thomas Lopez as Petovsky fouls Jay McGowan. And a much needed free kick for the Sutherland Sharks, who after dominating the first 20 minutes of this second half have fallen behind just a little bit as Hills United seizing a bit of the momentum here. Katsuuta's dropped in a very defensive position here out on the left, which has allowed both the wing backs to go forward. Midfield might be a little bit open there. Mo Ahmed and Morich patrolling that area for the time being. Garner. Lindsay's got a couple of yellow shirts there for company. And Vekic, expect this one to go long, and it does go that way. Petovsky heading it into the path of a Kubu, but McDonald's won it. Kubu wins it back with a fierce challenge. It was cause for a foul, but whistle staying in the hand for the time being. Kelshaw to Ginn. Sepping over the top. It's Nikolai Muller making the run, and that will go out for a goal kick. A disappointing end to that attack there for Hills United. One corner in the game so far. Be disappointed with that. I'll be disappointed with their showing in attack today. Defensively, aside from the 2 goals conceded, it looked pretty solid. Been asked plenty of questions by this Sutherland attack. We asked a question here through Jay McGowan. Garner. Oh, Ahmed is in a very deep position. I haven't seen him on this side of the half basically all game, and Katsuta did it earlier. Maybe it's a bit of a tactical change from the Sharks bench to get both Lachlan McDonald and Matthew Jackson a bit more involved in the attack. So they'll get their chance here. Jackson's got to beat Jin to get to this one. He'll call for a corner, but it's going to be a goal kick for Hills United. Very unhappy Sutherland bench. They thought that one might have taken a nick from Jin on the way out, but final substitution to be made here by Hills United. And it's going to be Noah Casserly coming off. He had a pretty good day so far, Noah Casserly. And he's going to be replaced by Rainer Schmel. Filling alongside Daniel Petovsky. Schmel coming back from a broken foot suffered in pre-season. Back a little bit too earlier in the season, and was forced to go back and heal the broken foot properly. But he's back here off the bench for Luke Casserly. Still no scores to report on from Marconi and St. George City. Same as the St. George Saints Northwest Sydney Spirit game. 37 minutes gone in both of those, and 0-all still. 2-0 here, and the Mariners earlier with a 2-1 victory over Sydney Olympic. Massive, massive result. The Mariners have found some form in the final couple of weeks of this season. Obviously, Api Leichhardt and Wollongong Wolves sharing the spoils at Lambert Park, which have massive implications for Apia's title hopes. Rockdale most certainly running away with it here. See, Friday night we had the custodians of this stadium, Blackdown City, in a 2-1 win over Sydney FC. And tomorrow, 2-3 o'clock kickoffs, Rockdale Linden hosting their rivals Sydney United 58, whilst the Western Sydney Wanderers to stop their free fall for the time being against Manly United at the Wanderers Football Park. First time effort, got underneath it a little bit. The curl was there, but well off target in the end. But a good effort by Sutherland. 14 minutes to go, and staring down the door of a much-needed 3-point Sutherland. This would get them well out of the relegation zone. Well, equal on points with last place. It would get them 4 positions up due to their pretty good goal difference in comparison to their 3 other rivals, that being the Mariners, Sydney FC, and the side they're facing right now, Hills United. So you can throw the Northwest Sydney Spirit and the St. George Saints in there as well. A few more points to their tallies has given them a bit more breathing room for the time being, but nothing is a certainty in this league. Going through now, another chance for the Sharks to get a third. Playing out wide is Jackson. Possession coughed up. And smartly, instead of giving Hills a throw, about 10 metres short of the halfway line, kicking it out for a goal kick was Chris Lindsay there. The Sharks looking to make their first substitution of the game as well. Long ball out wide to Akubu, and that's a great interception by McDonald. Given the ball back by McGowan. Fake the first time cross, and calmly playing it back now to Katsuta and Ahmed. McGowan. Jay McGowan trying to play Matthew Morridge through, and Potofsky will shield that out for another goal kick for Ryan Wood. 12 minutes of play remaining, and the Sharks making their first substitution of the game. It's going to be Matthew Morridge making ways. Had a fantastic day roaming around the left side of field. Got a bit of a jog on to start with, and looks like he pulled up with a slight nick or something, because he's just walking off the pitch now, Matthew Morridge. He's going to be replaced by, looks like Mason Fernandez. And he scored a screamer in this reverse fixture at the start of the season. At Seymour Shaw reserve. Confirming that when we get the chance to. Dangerous pass, but McDonald smartly playing into a bit of space, and safe option there to Vekic. Skiaraja in a bit of space. He's got options. He's got room to move now, Levi Skiaraja. Gets it onto the left and try to get it back onto his right, but sucked out there by Rainer Schmal. Muller. Very dangerous position. Smartly playing it back to Jin. Jin getting very physical there on the sideline. Referee happy to play that on and give the throw the way of Hills. Kubu now. Bit of tough time adjusting to that new position. Sepping. He's never running out of energy, is he, Lachlan Sepping? Frangie. Over the top ball. Comes up for nothing for Hills, and it's been the story of their night so far. McGowan. Great bit of work to find the open Lachlan McDonald now on the right. He's going to pay him back. Try to toe poke it through, but Ryan Wood never in any doubt there. Kubu coughs up possession with a heavy touch, and now back through Lachlan McDonald. Can he pay his teammates back? No, Ahmed. Lindsay making strides forward. Out on the left is trying to find Mason Fernandez. Not meant to be. Possession coughed up, and now Hills. It's got to be now or never, really, for the hosts. Long ball over the top. Akubu's got space if he can get a hold of this, but he's got to get past Garner. Playing it back in the middle now with Sepping. One to Frangie, offloads it to Muller. Working back in defense there was Katsuta. And they don't have the numbers, the Sharks, but they'll get a free kick, and that's going to be the first card of the game there. Nikolai Muller, the captain, going in the book. Petrados. Swiatkowski, and just feel the air being going out of the balloon at the moment for Hills. Really got to conjure something in the next couple of minutes. If they want to pull off a late comeback. A bit of energy, a bit of spark and attack is all they need. Swiatkowski thought about the aerial option and just playing it back now. Sepping. Seen Kubo making the run on the left there, and Michael McDonald was the wiser. Getting to it first. It's Frangie. Certain his dominance there on Jay McGowan. The two number 11s going at it. Sepping. Great pass to pick out Dimi Petrados. Thomas Lopez. Out wide now is Kelshaw. Gets his cross in the middle, but Nednad Vekic straight down the throat. It's a great game, the Sharks goalkeeper. He's keen to keep that clean sheet. He's only got to do it for 4 more minutes. Donald back to Vekic first time. Got underneath it a little bit, and that ball's going to lose plenty of momentum going over the halfway line. Kubu is holding back Katsuta. It's worked out well for Hills now. 1-2 with Sepping and Lopez, and Sepping thought he lost the ball, had his head up, and it fell at his feet, and he couldn't see it. Worked out brilliantly in the favour of the Sharks. Going the other way now, Skiodaja. Mason Fernandez cuts in on the left. Try to play his striker back, but Byron Jin was there. Pulled back out to Jin. Petovsky. It's almost a back three now for Hills. Kelshaw pushing up so much, but look at Petovsky. Almost a left winger. Schmale. Long ball over the top. Headed away there. First time effort. Thought about it, Nikolai Muller. Got us all excited here. Crossed in by Frangie and almost headed in towards the target, but it was deflected off a couple bodies, and it's going to be a corner for Hills, their second of the game. Much to the displeasure of Sutherland. Floated into the middle. Frangie got a head on it. But Umbachi clears it before it can get anywhere dangerous. And now Jay McGowan, 2-on-1. He's got Skiraja to the left. Almost taken out there. Jay McGowan onto the left. Laying it off. One more. Levi Skiraja. Slipped at the crucial moment. And that would have been the game sealing moment for sure for Sutherland there. Taken very quickly, the goal kick by Rainer Schmal. Stepping out wide. He's got some work to do to get to that, and a brilliant first touch to put a Kubu through. His touch, not as good as his centre-backs. One back there by Dimi Petrados. Fresh legs making runs on the left. Kubu is just persistent about going out on the right, and he's fell into the trap there. Mesa Fernandez making the defensive stop. But it's going to be Katsuto who goes into the book. Second yellow card of this game. Set piece specialist Anthony Ferengi standing over this one, but it could be Nikolai Muller or Lachlan Sepping. Could just be playing decoy because we know what Ferengi can do from this distance. Ferengi goes for goal, but only as far as the Sharks' wall in front of the goal, and Kelshaw try to get it back in, and he'll get a corner for his side in the end there. Not the worst result for the hosts. 3 minutes to go of regulation. Won't be too much to say from the fourth official in terms of injury time. Kelshaw floats it in. Falls to the back stick for Petrados, but first to it, Umabachi. And now Jin with a handful of options. Stops to go out wide to Akubu. Heads it back in the middle. Schmal's got some work to do. Gets a foot out to it and wins possession back in a really good area. Schmal pass one, pass two. Could have been fouled, but the foul... The referee keeping the whistle away for the time being. It's going to work out well for Hills. Low darting cross. Headed away there by Chris Lindsay. And now Vekic urging his side to get up and get Hills out of the area. It's not a guarantee the win yet. Anything could happen in these final moments. And Sutherland lining up their second substitution of the game here. Levi Skiraja's going to make way. Fresh substitute coming all the way across the other side of the field. I guess you got to use that energy somehow. And that man is Andrew Vlahadamas into the action straight away. Rainer Schmal welcoming him to the game, dispossessing him and putting him to the surface for the time being. Throw in the way of Sutherland. Under 60 seconds of regulation to go here. Many options going forward for the Sharks as McDonald had to get it through the legs of the captain Nikolai Muller, and don't want Tepes to flare here. Yuakubu was trying to clear it, but inadvertently hit the ball straight into Lachlan McDonald, who was on the ground. Ferengi trying to plead the case to the sideline official that possibly should have been a foul beforehand, but regardless, Sutherland will get a free kick. What could be the last attacking chance for the visitors, right in the corner there. Jay McGowan stepping over this one. Only a couple of options in the box. The fresh substitute, Mason Fernandez and Andrew Vlahodamus in the box if they want to go that way. Taken quickly, Katsuta just touches it off for McGowan, and Mohammed's touch is a little bit heavy, but Katsuta keeps it in. Ferengi with the challenge. 4 minutes of added time to be played here. The Sharks, I don't know if it's humanly possible to keep the ball in a corner for 4 minutes, but they'll probably try it here as they look to hold on to this 2-0 win. Every single point is crucial in this fight for survival in the 2024 NPL New South Wales men's competition. It's going to be a corner for the Sharks. That's their 6th of the game. No one wants to take it. It'll be Katsuta, who will likely just play this one straight into the path of Mohamed as Andrew Vlahodamus waits in the middle for the cross. That won't come. Another corner for the Sharks as Ferengi gets rid of that one out of the possession of Mohamed. Same tactic again and same result. Another corner for Sutherland. So halftime at the Marconi Stadium. They lead St. George City 1-0 and still 0-0 in battle between the St. George Saints and the Northwest Sydney Spirit. Mohamed's done well to get past 1 and 2 and almost got it past Muller, but no touch there, and Hills finally get the ball back out of that corner as Ryan Wood urges everyone forward. Going to launch this one. Great shot by Wood, and Garner pushed Lopez in the back. The linesman's got the flag up. Takes it down as McGowan the other way. Very heavy touch. Back across the face, straight into the reach there of Ryan Wood. Potofsky now using every last bit of energy. His pass to Lopez is picked out by Mohamed. And McDonald to McGowan is going to be offside. So with the win here, Sutherland leapfrog and switch positions with Hills United. Will go into 15th place. Sutherland into 13th, out just on goal difference for the time being. So it could be a different story this time next week, but 3 crucial points seemingly in the favour of the visitors. Can they get one final goal here, or are Hills going to make a late comeback at it? Well, it gets past a couple of Sharks and played back to Potofsky. Lopez beaten to the header by Umbachi, but it's fallen straight into the path of Dimi Petrados, and that is fantastic work by Vlahodamus. Sliding in from behind there, Petrados unaware of his presence. And that's all she wrote at the London Stadium. The Sutherland Sharks are out of the bottom 2 and have put Hills United back into a relegation spot with a 2-0 win. They opened the scoring through Takahide Umbachi in the 21st minute. And then just a minute after the halftime break, a sensational strike by Jay McGowan put the Sharks 2 goals ahead, and that's how it finished. 2-0 Sutherland over Hills United, the hosts here at the London Stadium. And thank you very much for joining us here on the Football New South Wales YouTube page. Feel free to jump over to the second half of action. Marconi taking on St. George City and the St. George Saints taking on the Northwest Sydney Spirit. And 2 games tomorrow, Sydney United taking on Rockdale Willindon. And Western Sydney Wanderers hosting Manly United. That'll round out our round 24 action. But thank you for joining us. I hope to see you again tomorrow and through the rest of your Saturday night.